If you're still struggling to get your first client in this 2026, honestly, you need to watch this video. I have been in that same situation and I almost gave up. I was like, I don't think that freelancing is for me at all. But then I was like, let me try this one trick and see if it's going to give me my first client. And boom, the moment I did that, I got my first client, and in months, I was able to get top rated. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I did that made me get my first client. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is your profile pic optimization, okay? Make sure that your profile pic is very professional, straight to the point. Your picture is clear, everything is looking professional. If you do not have a picture that looks very professional, ask AI to give you a picture that looks very professional. Ensure that you're smiling in the picture. Make sure you can see my own. It's very, very cool. Like very looking very professional, looking like, this person can really do the job. Okay. Don't make your background messy. Don't just give a bad picture. The next thing I'll tell you to do is go and look at other people that have done work in your niche and see how they set up their profile. Just see how it looks like, because for them to have gotten so many clients like that, it will tell you that there's something they are doing right, there's something they are doing very good. Go and look at their work. So let's see, data scientists, or let's just put data science, right? So let's search and see those people in my niche, and let's try to see what they have done. So you can see that it has brought out so many Upwork freelancers that are doing something similar to what I'm doing, right? See, AI, machine learning, data science, exactly what I'm doing. And you can see that this person has earned over 800K, as what the person in job success 100%. And you can see that the person is even top rated plus, and he has done something in my niche. So now let's look at it now. You see that the person, you see the way the person put the title, AI machine, and go straight to the point. What do you do? Graphic design, UX, UI design. Like, just go straight to the point and fix what you do, right? Put your hourly rate. Your hourly rate should not be as high as this. This person is top rated plus, and that's the reason why their hourly rate is this high. I recommend that you put your hourly rate to be $10 per hour. Yes, as a beginner, put it as $10 per hour. You can see the person's what's it called? Profile, the person's write up. You can see how the person has said everything that they do. This is their experience. They talked about the service they offer. They talked about things they've done and everything. And this is what exactly. So you need to look at other people in your niche and try to look out for the patterns in their profile, their photos, their titles, their skills, everything, how they fix in everything. You can see their skills here. See, if it's something that's close to yours, put it to the same way they put it and everything. So that's another very important thing that you should look out for when you are optimizing your profile. The third thing I'll tell you is that you should create a specialized profile. And what do I mean by specialized profile? Apart from what you do, you see my all work, apart from what I do, I also do academic and research writing. I also do machine learning. So those are specialized profile. Apart from like the general thing that you do, which is deep learning, machine learning, prediction, classification, EDA, that's especially data analysis. I don't know for your niche, but it's the same thing as your niche. Whatever maybe like is your main thing that you do, right? That's what you put here. Then you can specialize, you can break it. If you do, let's say example now, you're a graphic designer and you do that, you also do UI UX and you also do data analysis, those are where you now create extra profile for it, just because you do not want to put them in a single place and then the thing will just look like everything you are doing. Like, you understand, let each of them have their profile. So when you submit a proposal, if I want to submit a proposal now, I can click on this machine learning and academic and research writing, and then when I submit a proposal, this is what is going to show. This is the profile that is going to show. I can also do that for machine learning. If I see a job on machine learning and I want to submit a proposal, this is the profile that is going to show. It's not going to be showing me so many of things that I can do in just one profile. So that's also very important when you are doing that, right? Then let's look out now for relevant tags. Okay, make sure that there are relevant tags in your profile. So you can see skills and expertise and everything. When you are doing that, make sure that SEO, you are putting in the main thing, you understand, in your profile. The main thing, like data analysis, AI, machine learning, deep learning, you are putting the main thing. You're not going to say, I am a data analyst, I do data science. You understand? You are going straight to the point and just listing out. Those are very high in SEO. It just grabs. Whenever a client is now looking for you from their search listing, you would pop up immediately because you have used the right keywords. That's very important. Okay, so the next thing I also talk about, like I've said about, is that your hourly rate should be $10 per hour. Mine is $10. It has been $10 per hour because I mean, I've not really, I've increased it at some points, but I brought it down to at some point because most of the jobs that I do are fixed job. They are not hourly job. So, but I would still review that and increase the rate. But as a beginner, $10 per hour is what you should put as your hourly rate. It's going to make you get clients faster. You understand? It's make you get clients faster because your hourly rate is not that high, it's low. And some people are looking for something that is very moderate enough, like you're not collecting as if you are doing a full-time job or a big job, but they just want something that most of them say are probably like students. But when you now want to now you now see and what's it called, an organization who reach out to you, you can tell them that your hourly rate is not $10 per hour, you increase it. But for this, it's mostly if you're attending to maybe students and stuff, because most of my clients are actually students, master student, PhD student, BSc students, and that's why I just put it at a reasonable hour. So the next thing you also look out for is testimonials. You can see that when you are doing that on your Upwork, ensure that you include all your portfolios. I always say it, if you have a lot of portfolios, include them. You can see that my own is even up to 4 safe. That's to tell you that I just include them. In fact, there are more that I'm like, okay, I'm still going to come and include because yes, include your portfolios. See, let's say sample now. Let's open this one now. This is a data science salary prediction with machine learning. This is a project that I just randomly just did, and yeah, I just put it on this. So you can see data science salary prediction and machine learning. You can see I have my project description. This is very important. Ensure that your project description is written. Describe it very well. Let them know that you did this work. These are the skills that you use and everything. You can see that I've listed out all the skills that I use for that particular project. That's this particular project, right? Then I came down to also even put a link in case they want to, click it and then let it take them to the main project. Some people might just be like, maybe they are just putting this for putting sake. They haven't really done the work. But my link will show you that, prove to you that I really did the work and this is what it looks like, right? So more projects. These are other projects too, cat and dog. I was doing this one. I did this also. You can see that this is my project description as well. These are the skills that I used and I put it. I also did breast cancer too as well. And the same thing, I put my description, described it, put my skills. These are very, very, very important. You can upload as many portfolio as you wish, right? Then now come to work history. You can see that my work history, those are works that I've done. All the jobs that I've done is listed here. That is the ones in progress too. And this is everything that is listed here. And then you now go down to your skills and expertise. Put in everything, your skills, and whatever is related to your work, put it. Whatever is related to your work, your niche, put it. You can see under machine learning methods, I do unsupervised learning, deep learning, feature extraction, supervised learning. You can see under machine learning tools, those are my tools. No, these are the libraries that I use. Machine learning deliverable, like you list out every single thing. And when you want to do that, it's not like you're going to list it yourself. It's going to pop up and bring up options for you, and then you select the ones that are related to your niche, and then you put it. All these things are very important because the moment a client is looking for you on Upwork, it's very easy for them to get to you because all these are there, all these tags are there, and tags are very important. It just takes you to the person, like this person has this tag in there, so it draws you to the client, and that's very important. You also come here, testimony. testimonials, right? If you have done work for someone in the past, and then you can also put it here and let the person testify. Let the person say, okay, yes, this person has done this. This is what you did. This is what you did. This one, and the person would actually accept that yes, you did this for fun, and then give you reviews and say, oh, this person is very good, this person is this, I can recommend and everything. So this testimonials too is very good. What you have to do is fill in all the stuff and then you give it to Upwork, and they would have to review it before they approve it on their on this place, right? Yeah, so certificate too, very important, very very important. If you do not have you have a skill, I still don't know how, I still can't understand that you have a skill and you don't have certificates related to these skills. They are very important. Go to Coursera, go to Udemy, go to wherever they are giving certificates. If you have certificates, please include your certificate. As many as you have that are related to your work, include your certificates, right? That is very important. Your employment history, if you are employed, just put your employment history, let them know that you are doing something and this is what you are and stuff. So that's other experience. So you can also add other experience. So these things are very important when you are trying to get your first clients. These things are very important. You may not know, but clients usually check your profiles, and when they check your profiles, they want to see who this person is, how professional is this person, especially if you are getting jobs, if you are, even if you're a beginner, if your profile is really really optimized, it just gives them the sense of this person knows what they are doing even outside Upwork, and that's very important. So those are things that you look out for when you are starting up on Upwork. Those are things that really helped me. Those, in fact, those are, I didn't even know this. It was later I was like, come on, I need to sit down and let my profile be very good. It's not just by putting anything. I need to let it be professional. I need to show my work in every aspect, no matter how little it is. I need to show that there's professionalism in what I'm doing. And that's how I sat down and changed every single thing. And trust me, it did not take me time before I got my first clients. Yes, because I'm like, yeah, they really do look at profiles, right? And they looked at mine and they're like, this is good. And they'll hire you, even if you don't have your first client, even if you've not done job before, they'll hire you because your profile is showing how professional you are, even outside of work. So that's very important. So those are things that I really did when I was starting up on Upwork. And I can tell you that if you sit down and really optimize your profile, trust me, you get there. So now let's look at other people's work, and then let me also tell you some things that they did that got them to that. Okay? So this is another person, Victoria, right? She's a lady. And that's why I say, if you're a lady on this app, don't give up. See, this is your way out to make things really work. Don't give up. Try your best. The fact that this thing is hard, is hard to get your first client, you're struggling to get your first client, doesn't mean that other people didn't pass through that. I passed through that, okay? I passed through that, but the moment I optimized my profile, I'm like, boom, I have gotten there. And now I'm top rated. I do not have to suffer to apply for jobs. I have been quite busy these days writing research proposal, research work. So I've not been on Upwork, but they keep coming and I keep declining because I'm like, okay, I don't want to have too many things to do. And then it's just going to be so overwhelming. So yes, so when you get to top rated, it's very easy for you. You get to choose who you want to work with, who you don't want to. But as a beginner, put every effort that you can to get there. Okay, so these are other people's work. You can see people too are making it on Upwork. It's not church or church. It's not something they just slept and woke up and just felt like, oh, this is not. If they had given up, you will not see them here because they didn't give up, and that's the reason why they are here and they are very successful. These are top rated plus. When I see people, my gender, they are getting to this top, I'm like, I will get there. I always tell myself, I'll say, I will get there. Let me see, you will get there. Because I always, I'm like, no, these people don't have two heads. They have one head, just like me. So why am I not getting there? And I sit down to make sure that I look at what's working, what's not working, what's working, what's not working. I try my best. I do everything. Look at other people's work. Learn from other people's mistake. Always watch people. If you want to get something done, right? This something I do for myself, right? Is that when I start something and I want to make sure that I'm very successful in that thing, right? The first thing I do, I'll go and look at almost, in fact, I can look at almost 100 people's things that they've done in that same thing that I want to do, right? And then see how they passed, how they failed, what's up, what they are doing right and what they are doing wrong. And that's how I'll use it to build mine. And that's the reason why I said always look at other people's work, see what they've done, try to correct your own. Those things are very important. Anyways, let's get right into it. So you can see that this person is a PhD, she does statistics, econometrics, data science, analysis, machine learning, and see how she has put her profile to very good. She talked about her, what she does. She talked about her expertise, project she has covered. These things are very important, right? They are very important. Apart from you attracting these clients, maybe like students or just very normal, like basically not not organizations, not apart from that, right? Apart from actually attracting all these clients, this client that just pay very little, you are going to attract people who would give you full-time job. I'm telling you, people who will give you full-time jobs are here. And that's the reason why you need to optimize your profile to make sure that it is as good and sweet. And in fact, they want to eat it. They want to be like, this person is too good. We need to hire this person. We need to talk to this person. Okay, so that's very important. You can see this person now has earned over 400K dollars, and this is it. See how they're, look at it. See, you can see that they have, see, completed jobs. These are jobs that they've completed. This is their portfolios. See, a lot of portfolios. See, it's even extended to 5, even 5 rows. See, even 6 rows. Can you see? Can you see? Even 6 rows. See, 7 rows. Only God knows how many rows are here. Probably up to 10 or so. So these are things that they've done, and you can see how they are really just, see, let's even click it and let's see. You can see they have their title straight up, very clear and very understanding what they've done. You can see dissertation and research proposal advice. See, these are their project description. This is what they did. They put everything. See their skills and everything. They put it. So if you don't have projects, one thing I'll advise you to do is that go and get projects, go and get portfolio, create your portfolio, form your do works, and then come and put it here, because that is one thing, that is the number one thing that will make a client hire you, when they see that you have done previous work before and they're like, okay, yes, you have done what I want you to, like what I want to be done, what the work that they want it to be done. They will see that you have even done something similar to that, so yes, you have a good experience. So that's very important. I just want to say that these are the things that I put to practice, and these are things that I made sure that I did, that got me my first client. So this is me begging you now that if you are new to Upwork, right? Do these things. Optimize your profile. That's the number one thing. If you have been submitting and you have not been getting proposals, keep that aside. Don't submit proposals again. Don't submit at all again. Now go to your profile, optimize it very well. Let it look eatable, sweet. Let it look wow. Let it look like this person, this person is too good. Then you can come back and now start applying for jobs. Okay? And then it's also one thing to optimize your profiles, and that thing to start writing proposals and let them be able to even read it or get to the point where they want to say, who is this person? So if you also do not know how to write a proposal and you are finding it very difficult to proposal, I have a video which I'm going to drop up here. You can look at the top right. That will show you how to write a very good proposals, to let them even be able to even say, okay, let me even see who this person is, and then from there you convince them and then they hire you. So that's very important. So that's, I would say that you should do, and trust me, it will not take time. You get your first clients. Anyways, I do not want this video to be too long. I'm going to be dropping more and more and more and more and more tricks and tips, because it didn't take me too long to get to this top rated. So there are just things that you need to just do that just make you also get to this point. So I'll be dropping more and more and more videos. And if you want to get to this point too as well, I advise you that you watch and you learn. That's how it is. Learn from people and then you get there. Anyways, that's just pretty much everything. And I hope that, you've learned one or two things from what I've said and you put it into practice. Okay. So I'll see you guys in my next video, right? You guys should stay safe, stay well, and don't you give up. Don't in any way try to give up. Don't give up, because now who give up, nine fuck up. So okay, don't give up, and yeah, bye.